A lot of buyers hear the word pre-approval and they think they're fully done with the process and they can just go make an offer on a house and close on it in 7 days, and that's not how it works. So in today's video, we're breaking down what a pre-approval letter is, what it isn't, and then also why it's important, and it makes the process a whole lot easier to get an offer accepted. Now, if you're new here, my name's Spencer Lowe. I'm with United Real Estate Louisville. I've been selling real estate here in Louisville since 2019. Make sure you click that subscribe button and the bell notification so you don't miss any of my market updates, my buyer and seller tip videos, or just general real estate content that I post on this channel. Also, down in the description, I've got my 7 mistakes that I see home buyers making all the time. Linked it down below. It's completely free to download, so make sure you go grab that. I've also got my cell phone number and a link to schedule a Zoom call with me. So if you're thinking about buying or selling, give me a call, shoot me a text, or you can schedule a free Zoom call with me down below as well. With all that being said, let's jump into the video. All right, so first and foremost, what is an actual pre-approval letter? So a pre-approval is just the initial process of getting the process started with a mortgage lender. They're going to do a brief scan through of all your documents, make sure everything's there, make sure that you make enough money, you got the right credit score, and initially you're approved, right? So they're not necessarily giving you a full loan commitment. We're going to have to give them more documents when we go under contract on the house. They're going to want an appraisal on that house. They're going to want, a bunch of more documents, your new pay stubs, your W-2s, all the stuff. Copy of your license. They're going to get a full packet of information from you. But the important thing to realize is the pre-approval letter is just that initial process of them saying, yep, you're conditionally approved to purchase a house of this price. Now, obviously they can go into the process when they start collecting documents. They could see something they don't like. They could find a bankruptcy, 2 years ago or whatever. They could find some other debt that popped up. And so, there are things that can come up throughout the process, but it's important to realize that the pre-approval letter is just the initial financial review of your documents to make sure that they think you can buy that house. They're pretty confident because they've seen your credit report, they've seen your documents, and they're pretty confident they can get the loan done. But sometimes things do come up and then the loan gets denied. So it's important to realize that it's just the initial financial review. It's not necessarily that you're fully done with the process of getting the house, right? The bank is going to need to see more information after we go under contract, and they're going to ask a lot of questions. So just be prepared for that. But the pre-approval letter is really important. And one of the reasons that it's important is because when we're making offers and the sellers are getting offers from us, and they see your offer, it doesn't matter if our offer is $10,000 above the asking price. If we don't have a pre-approval letter, a lot of sellers are going to pass on that offer. The reason they're going to do that is because they're saying, all right, I've got to take my house off market. I'm now in a legally binding contract with this buyer to have them buy my house, but I don't know if they've even been to the bank. It doesn't sound like they've even gone to their bank, told them, hey, I'm wanting to buy a house. Can I get pre-approved for this amount? We don't know what they make. We don't know if they even have a job. We don't know if they've got, they're filing bankruptcy tomorrow. We don't know what their deal is, but they haven't been to the bank just yet. So it's important that we go to the bank before we start looking at houses, because when we make that offer, it's going to be significantly stronger with a pre-approval letter than what it would be without a pre-approval letter. And I've seen sellers look at offers, they go, I don't even want to take it because the person hasn't even been to the bank. They're not willing to even put in the work to get pre-approved in the first place. So why would I accept their offer if they're not even willing to go to the bank to see if they could purchase this house? Why would I take my house off the market, block other people from coming and seeing it that are pre-approved? So let's go ahead and keep it on the market because of that. So it's really important that when we start looking at houses, we get pre-approved. And the other thing is, when we get pre-approved, they're going to look through your financials. They're going to look at the purchase price that you're looking at, your down payment requirements based on the mortgage product that they recommend for you is going to differ your it's going to make a difference in your down payment, your closing costs, and everything else. And they can actually get you if you ask them for it, they can get you a loan estimate, which is just your basic breakdown of fees and closing costs, so you know exactly how much money you're going to need to bring to the closing table. Obviously, it's an estimate, so it can change a little bit, but you get a rough ballpark for what you are expected to bring for your closing costs and your down payment. And then you also know, just kind of general payment guidelines, kind of rough estimate on a payment as well. Obviously that can change as well because, you might buy a house that needs added insurance or whatever. But all that stuff kind of breaks down into it. But it's really important that we sit down with a mortgage lender earlier in the process to get that pre-approval letter before we start looking at houses. We can also ask them questions about, okay, so on this purchase price, what's my payment? Because just because you're approved to buy a $700,000 house doesn't mean you're comfortable with that payment. Just because you're approved to buy a $300,000 house doesn't mean you're comfortable with that payment. Maybe you're more comfortable at $200,000, or maybe you're more comfortable at $250,000. Whatever it is, it's important that we make you comfortable with the payment as well as the cash out of pocket to actually get into that house. And the first step with doing that is getting pre-approved. Now, another important thing that we need to talk about is a difference between a pre-approval and a pre-qualification. Now, pre-qualification essentially is, you talked on the phone with a mortgage lender, you said, hey, I make, $2 million a year, my credit score is 850, and they said, good, you're pre-qualified to purchase, $2-3 million house, whatever the numbers break down. Obviously that I don't play with the numbers. I let them do that. So rough estimates, right? But Now, a pre-approval is when we actually submit the tax returns and the W-2s, and we put in the pay stubs and all the stuff, and we also let that mortgage lender pull credit. Now, that pre-approval is going to hold a significant heavier weight in terms of getting an offer accepted than a pre-qualification will. And it typically shows on the pre-qualification letter. It'll say based on the initial findings in our discovery, whatever. But then a pre-approval letter is a little bit stronger because it'll say things like we've already ran credit, we've received all the documents, and on our initial review we think they're pre-approved for this amount. And that's important because that pre-approval is going to hold significantly more weight for the sellers when we make offers than a pre-qualification would. So make sure we're pre-approved and not necessarily pre-qualified. It's going to make a huge difference in terms of making an offer and getting it accepted. So getting pre-approved is a really important part of the home buying process, and it's important to do it earlier rather than later. Most buyers, they don't want somebody running their credit until they're making an offer on a house. And here's the issue: you don't get the chance to ask any questions to the lender. Typically, you don't get to ask them for a loan estimate. How much is my closing cost going to be? What's my payment on this purchase price? Anything like that. It's really important to know all those things. What's the difference between an FHA mortgage and a conventional? What's the difference between a VA and an FHA, or USDA and an FHA? It's really important to know the differences between those, discuss them, and make your own decisions, because yes, the mortgage lender is there to help you make those decisions and educate you throughout the process, but at the end of the day, they're your decisions to make. So if we rush the process, sometimes those conversations don't happen to the extent and depth that they need to. So you really want to make sure you get pre-approved before you start touring homes, because it's really easy to go in, find the dream house, and when you find the dream house, guess what? Somebody else also found the dream house, and unfortunately, it's typically the same house. By the time you get pre-approved, we're actually able to make an offer and get it accepted. Typically, sometimes before we actually get the pre-approval back, it's already in our contract. So it's really important that we're pre-approved before we start looking at houses. It's going to save you a lot of heartache, as well as a lot of time, energy, and effort of going and finding the perfect house and then running to get pre-approved, getting your credit ran then, and then realizing that house has already been sold to somebody else. So you get pre-approved early in the process. It's going to save you a lot of time, energy, and effort. If you need help with it, or you want help in terms of getting in touch with mortgage lenders, I've got a bunch that I work with, and I can recommend a handful of them to you. Just give me a call, shoot me a text. We'll set up a coffee, or you can book a free Zoom call with me. I'd love to talk to you about the whole buying process, and then I can get you in touch with some mortgage lenders as well. So once again, my name is Spencer Lowe. I'm with United Real Estate Louisville. Make sure you click that subscribe button and the bell notification before you go. And then down below, I've still got my 7 mistakes that I see homebuyers making in today's market. So go and grab that. It's completely free to download. With all that being said, I'll see you in the next one.